Good evening. I'd like to call the village board meeting for the village of Cary for Tuesday, June 7th, 2022 to order with a roll call, please.
Collier.
Here.
Cavelli. Here. Walrat.
Here.
Dudek.
Here.
McAlpine. Here.
Thank you. Would you join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Do we just have that one list? Thank you. We'll now move to the open forum where the public is invited to make an issue-oriented comment on any matter of public concern not otherwise on the agenda. Bear with me a minute. Thank you. Ben Ryder.
Thank you to the members of the village board for allowing me to speak briefly tonight. My name is Ben Ryder, and I'm working for State Representative Martin McLaughlin's office, your current representative for the 52nd District. I'm here tonight as a civil servant, not in a political capacity, to provide information to you and the constituents on the specific services provided by our legislative office located at 28662 West Northwest Highway in Lake Barrington, just west of the Kelsey Roadhouse. The representative regrets being unable to attend tonight's meeting. We have been visiting local, municipal, county board meetings over the past few months. My goal tonight is to make you aware of the services available to your constituents. Our office primarily acts as a liaison between constituents and state offices, including IDES, which is unemployment insurance, FOIG, concealed carry licenses, the Secretary of State, Veterans Benefits, and Senior Citizen Resources. Our office also holds an annual prescription drug drop-off event, which we will do later this year. Representative McLaughlin is interested in knowing any current issues or topics you might want addressed in Springfield, including any local projects which might require state funding assistance. These issues can be forwarded to McLaughlin at ilhousegop.org, and if possible, they may be addressed in committee hearings or during the fall veto session coming up at the end of the summer. The representative also asked me to reinforce his full support of the elected board's local authority, which should take priority over state agencies 200 miles away or federal ones 1,000 miles away. He also has asked me to give you a brief summary of the recent legislative session. The state passed a budget that increased spending, in part due to significant American Rescue Plan dollars, as well as higher tax revenues due to inflation. Unfortunately, emergency executive orders relating to COVID are still being issued monthly from the governor's office, but due to the state assembly's work, as well as the courts, it has been determined that in many instances, local authority can be asserted over statewide mandates. On public safety, during the last session, there were a number of significant structural changes voted in, which will almost all take effect in January of 2023. These changes may negatively impact our communities, as similar new laws in Chicago did, particularly the new institution of cashless bail. Regarding inflation, Representative McLaughlin has strongly advocated for opening regional and national energy production to drive down the cost of energy and lessen the burden on working families. On a more positive note, Representative McLaughlin proposed and passed House Bill 4772, which will lower costs for counties with construction and engineering fees, and this should have a positive impact on the county's portion of our property tax bills. Representative McLaughlin, myself, and our staff are honored to serve. Please reach out to us at McLaughlin@ilhousegop.org or phone number at 224-634-8300. That's 224-634-8300. I have also submitted for public record a pamphlet containing state agency numbers as well as our district and Springfield office. If you go online and find our number, please make sure you call our district office. Our Springfield office, since they're not in session, is not really handling the work right now. Thank you for your attention and consideration, and have a good night.
Thank you, Ben. Just as a matter of fact, our representative has been a good friend of the village of Cary. Unfortunately, due to redistricting, we will be losing him in January. We will be served by somebody further north. Right now, it would be Steve Reich, as he's running, and we're also changing our senator out as well. So we had Senator McConchie, who due to redistricting, we lose him, who is a Senate Minority Leader and has been a huge friend and advocate for the village of Cary as well. So we will be now being served by Senator Craig Wilcox. So things are going to change. New relationships had to be made. Marty has been, I've known Marty for a long time. We've been mayors together. He's the former mayor of Barrington Hills. and been involved with with our McHenry County Council of Governments and that. So we do appreciate you coming, and please extend our best wishes to him moving forward.
Thanks, Ben.
Anybody else have anything they'd like to discuss with the village board at this time? We'll go ahead and close open forum at 6:05. Now moving to the mayor's report. I have a couple of things on my report. I'm going to kind of jump a little bit. We have an employee recognition for Dave Wallet today. He is our property maintenance inspector. He has been with the Village of Cary for 10 years, and we greatly appreciate what he does. He helps us keeps us looking good. So we have another one. We're going to go through the whole dog and pony show. Courtney, come on up here. This is Courtney Sage. She's our new assistant to the village administrator. She started with the Village of Cary about 5 years ago, because this is your 5-year anniversary, and she has consistently improved and made herself viable to the Village of Cary. And we saw this through the promoting process, and she is now up here with us all the time at Village Hall. She's Eric's former assistant, and I know he is, we'll talk about that in a minute, but
He's missing her. We'll say that, right?
She's been bouncing back and forth between Village Hall and Public Works, kind of making that transition a little bit easier. She is really a fun person to work with. She's always got a big smile on her face. She just brings a lot of levity up here, which is good. And her youthful disposition keeps the old guy in place here too. So I appreciate that. Eric, while she was under your command, do you have anything you'd like to say about her tenure here?
No, you hit it on the head. She's been a great asset to the village. She's definitely been someone who's been full of initiative and energy, and we look forward to seeing what she does next in her role assisting Jake.
Yeah, top-notch employee. Maybe my comments should change after today here. That's an inside joke. But in all seriousness, really enjoy working with Courtney. She is just top-notch. I'm excited to see what the future holds for Courtney.
And just one final note, this really exemplifies the commitment we have to our incoming employees. We like to see and grow employees to that next level. We see that a lot within the rank and file with our police department, public works, and up here at Village Hall. So it's exciting for us to see that. You see this new exciting personnel come on board, and they rise through these different occasions. So congratulations on 5 years. We look forward to the next.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I guess I should have just stayed out there. Okay. Now we have the Citizen Police Academy recognition, so I'm going right back out there. I'm going to have to need these here.
While you're coming up there, I'll say a couple of things about the Citizen Police Academy. First off, we always are excited and invite anyone that's interested in learning how we deliver services to the community to come learn how we do that. And this was the first spring session that we held for the Citizen Police Academy. We were happy to do that because we had a new facility we wanted to showcase. So that was an asset in and of itself. Sergeant Josh Victor and Officer Joe Fiore were the two facilitators for this class, so they deserve a lot of the recognition as it relates to presenting information and coordinating the delivery of the information. We had a lot of information and didn't scratch the surface that we presented to the people that were attending it. Certainly we spoke about our overview of the police department, mutual aid. Everyone knows now what mutual aid is, right? And our fire department, Chief Brad Delatorre was there, and they went over to Fire Station 1 to learn about the fire service, use of force, defensive tactics, the tour of the correctional facility in McHenry County, toured our communications, our centralized communications facility, which is CCOM, the Southeast Emergency Communications, and learned that when I started in 1981 as a dispatcher, that it's a lot more complicated now than it used to be. So we had a number of different individuals that presented. I won't bore you with all the people within the department that presented, but outside the department, we had Don Burr from the Southeast Emergency Communications, Deputy Anthony Crawford from the McHenry County Sheriff's Office, who delivered information related to Gang and Drug Task Force. Lieutenant Acevedo, who was the individual that coordinated the McHenry County Corrections Tour. Officer Justin Brown and his K-9 Bauer from the Elgin Police Department, and Melissa Victor, who is the current president of the Cary Citizen Police Academy Alumni Association, to try to recruit more members. So I'll turn it over to Josh and Joe and the mayor, and I'll go up there as well.
Our chief of police has indicated, this is a really fun program. It's good for us because, you know, especially this day and age with what happens with our police department and the public misconception of what goes on, I think it gives people a much better understanding what goes on a day-to-day. My wife actually went through this several years ago, so she is an alumni as well. She would come home after every one of these sessions and says, "I can't believe this." I'm like, "Yeah, I can believe it." You know, it goes on, but this is great. These guys put on a great program. It's eye-opening. We hope that you really embrace what we do and the public service that you get for that little bit of money that you pay on your tax bill, which was due yesterday. We always like to fight for that little piece of the pie that we get, but you know, we consider the 24-hour security that you have on a daily basis. So without further ado, I'd like to give you your certificates of completion. We'll start with Barbara Birmingham.
If I can say, this program has been invaluable. Thank you so much for making it available.
You're welcome. Tell your friends. Now we have Sandra Castaneda. I'm terrible with names. Did I get it? The chief will tell you I am terrible with this. Congratulations. Thank you for being part of the program.
It's a great program.
Great.
Thank you for that.
We do have Anthony Garcia. He is unable to be with us tonight. Leo Gerdov.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, guys. Really appreciate it.
Congratulations.
Nice to meet you. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Appreciate it.
Mandela Garcia. That's a hop, skip, and a jump up there. Congratulations. You can come up if you'd like. Nancy Neiman was unable to attend tonight's too. Susan Nemick. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks for being part of the program.
It was a wonderful program.
Good. Come back and see us.
I hate for it to end.
Well, now you can be part of the Citizen Police Academy. You can help out with various functions and activities we do in the community.
Oh, picture.
Sure, go ahead.
Oh, wait. Thank you all.
Susan Padraza. Pedraza. Congratulations. Catherine Rauchi. Now you can go home and say, I know what you do. So he hasn't been lying all these years.
No. He felt bad he couldn't be here.
Her husband works for us.
Yeah. I would just like to say, I came into this class because a couple people had told me, I kept saying and saying, I thought, it's gotta be unreal. It just can't be real. And every week I came home and I would say to my husband, oh my God, I mean, it just, there wasn't one week I could say was the best. Every week I came home and it was just so, you two guys and the chief, you put on a phenomenal, phenomenal class. And thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Sharon Startzel.
Thank you.
Congratulations. And last but not least, Mary Van Stel.
It's alphabetical, so.
I know.
Nice job, Mary.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations.
This is my second time, so this is, I got my bachelor's.
Oh, okay.
If I do it again, I get my master's.
It's an advanced degree.
Thank you all so much. This was awesome, and I hope we do it a lot more. And actually, I suggested they should offer this class for at high schools, MCC.
They have one at MCC.
Good, perfect.
Not as good as ours.
She wants to do it again because we didn't get her picture. This was the trouble class.
Sorry.
Are you gonna take it with you? Yeah. Okay. Pretend that I know what I'm doing. Ready, Vera? Yeah. Better Mary. Thank you.
One more, one more.
Well, I think the best part of your program should be the tour of this beautiful new facility. Unbelievable, huh? Thanks to these gentlemen.
And there'll be a reception right after the meeting here, a cake and coffee reception out in the lobby.
Cake? Yeah, just cake.
None for you.
What? Yeah. Nope. Hey, where there's cake, I go, right? All right, moving forward, trustee reports. I'm not aware of anything. Does anybody like to add anything? Trustee reports? Nothing?
I'll add something. I just want to say, I'll give a shout out to the police department again. I came here for training, and Deputy Chief Nadendoff did an amazing job. Search and seizure, which is a really hard class to teach, so kudos to him. He did a good
Thank
job.
you. I saw you here.
And
Yeah.
it was a nice training facility. The way they had it set up, it was a great place for training.
So it's working.
Very much so.
Thank you. Okay, I will entertain a motion to approve consent agenda items A through E as shown on the village's website and is displayed on the video monitor during the village board meeting.
So moved.
Second?
Roll call, please.
McAlpine,
Yes.
Walrath,
Yes.
Cavelli,
Yes.
Dudek,
Yes.
Collier,
Yes. Thank you. Administrators report, Jake?
Mayor and Village Board, we just had a couple quick items here for the Village Board this evening, and for the residents as well. The first one was just wanted to remind our residents of the Rotary's Summer Farmers Market that has started. We had the first one. Started in first Sunday of June. So Sunday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. In the Metra downtown parking lot. And then Assistant Sage also had an update regarding the sign contest
Yeah, just a reminder that the sign contest is still going on. We have some pictures on the screen here of some of the photos we've taken, both with officers, some public works members. We have the Cary Grove pageant winners, as well as some members of the cruise night team. They have submitted photos. You have until June 10th to submit your photo, and on that day, we will pick the top 5 winners, and winners receive a $50 gift card to one of our downtown restaurants.
Awesome, thank you. It's kind of working now. You kind of see that momentum going, just like we had hoped. So thank you very much. Moving forward to department head reports, Chief Finland.
Just that Deputy Chief Nadenoff and Deputy Chief Winkleman attended the police social worker kickoff at the Cary Community Philanthropic Center today. So the police social worker program is officially started.
Excellent. Director Morimoto.
Thank you, Mayor. A couple things. First, we do want to introduce our newest member of our team. We do miss Courtney in the Public Works, but we're beyond excited to have Tim Bassiner join us. He's actually here this evening. You want to stand up and jump around, wave?
Yeah. They'll be changing light bulbs.
Yeah.
But we're very happy to have Tim. He's got a background in environmental engineering, and he's working towards his master's degree later this year, as well as his professional engineering license. So he's going to bring to us some different skill sets and some exciting energy, and we're looking forward to working on a long list of projects moving forward with Tim.
Welcome to the team. It was nice meeting you the other day.
And then lastly, we just have one update. The North Commuter Lot resurfacing is underway. You may have seen this week the contractor has worked on some of the concrete and curb work. That should be wrapping up this week. And then next week, weather permitting, the milling and the paving work will begin. So once we confirm the schedule with the contractor, we'll get the word out to the commuters and the public.
Thank you very much. Any future agenda items and discussion by the village board?
I have one. I would just like to ask if perhaps sometime in the future, and I see we have folks from the fire department here, that maybe the board is given some sort of an overview of our emergency preparedness for situations like occurred in Texas recently. I don't know, I'm very confident in our public safety people, but clearly there was a lot of things that went haywire in that situation, and I think it might be helpful for me anyway, I don't know how many folks feel likewise, just to have an understanding of if we ever have a situation like that in Cary, how are we prepared? What is the process that people would go through? If you guys don't mind thinking about that.
Yeah, I think that's something that we can talk, actually, Dale came in Trustee Collier came in last week to kind of go over some of the concerns that he has. He still has little ones in the school district, so, as well as Trustee Walworth, but we kind of talked about bouncing things back and forth about how we are and what different agencies we're involved with, like, just the municipal partnering we do on a municipal level with policing and that, and all the different agencies. I think that's something we could put together during a committee meeting so that everybody can just kind of have an understanding of what's going on and what our affiliations are. Because I think it was eye-opening for Trustee Collier about how proactive we are about these things. And the chief is very knowledgeable and works tirelessly with the school districts to make sure that they're secure.
And just to kind of dovetail on it, June 10th, myself and Deputy Chief Nadenoff are meeting with Superintendent Coleman at District 26 to discuss some of these issues, number one. And in regards to our joint training and exercises with the fire department in 2015, prior to Oak Knoll School reopening again, we did a rescue task force exercise where instead of the fire department waiting until a scene was secure, they would go in before the scene was secure to attend to injured parties. So we did that 2015, and that was under Chief Macko when Chief Macko was here.
If I might just add to my question, I would think that a lot of parents in the community would want to learn about that, and I don't know that we have enough space to hold that here, but as you guys plan for that, I think that should be very well publicized, and that, maybe we even have to hold it at a bigger forum, just so that people could come. I gotta believe that it's a high priority for a lot of folks nowadays.
Would you be looking for this to be, Trustee Dudek, would you be looking for this to be more police-led? Because I think if we're having a discussion like that, it's probably imperative to have the school district part of it too.
I think the school, the fire department, the police department, if you want to bring somebody from the county. I am not personally aware of these, this joint effort that takes place. I know it exists. I have every confidence that it exists. But I think, being on the board, I have a level of understanding above an average parent. And I have to believe that there's a number of parents that just have no idea of what would happen if there was an emergency.
Yep. And we also discussed putting out a special Cary News Weekly before school starts, because pretty much we haven't had one call from a parent at all regarding this. So we thought we would be a little bit proactive and put together a special Cary News Weekly right before school starts to just kind of indicate everything that, kind of reiterate what we did with Trustee Collier in our meeting, so that you have an understanding there. And I think that's a great idea. We could put it out there. Maybe we have a couple special meetings so that people know, how prepared we actually are. And it's impressive how prepared we are on these things.
And in the meantime, we'd be more than happy to sit down with board members and talk about this behind the scenes, or members of the public for that matter. If people have questions and want to come in and talk to the chief, we're here. So again, if anyone has questions, just let us know, dial us up, we're accessible.
And I'd like to reiterate that this community has very safe schools. They, in regards to physical security and our interactions with both 155 and District 26, the fire department and police department meet annually to review their safety plans, and they do a very good job in regards to physical security.
Thank you. Anything else? Okay, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We are adjourned, 6:27.